Tickets are also available. For details and to purchase tickets, visit appletonmuseum.org.
All right, 5 minutes after 8 o'clock. Beautiful Wednesday, 65 degrees, 87 is the expected high today. And that forecast is what we're expecting all the rest of the week. No mention of rain until Monday. And so there you go. We need rain, but right now, no rain. So we're not complaining too much.
No,
although
not at all.
Although if you can do that little rain dance, maybe it'll help us. There is a new store that is having their ribbon cutting that's probably happened already. What time was the ribbon cutting over there at Earth Fair?
It was 6:45 was
Oh,
the
my
ribbon
God.
cutting, and the
Oh, okay.
doors opened at 7.
Oh my gosh, so it's already history. But anyway, it is what led me to the conversation I wanted to have with Galen Unold today from LifeSouth. And it's not a commercial for Earth Fair, by the way, but it's got everything good to say about Earth Fair without it being a commercial, if that makes sense to you. So
Yeah, they had all the people lined up there this morning. They had a jazz band playing in the parking lot. They gave away goodie bags, and they were all lined up at 6 o'clock waiting for the store to open at 7. A lot of people there this morning.
Wow. Galen Unold is on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Center. Good morning, Galen.
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Good. Where are you?
I'm on my way to Valdosta today.
Valdosta. My God. How far is Valdosta?
It's about 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours. On what?
75 the whole way. It's pretty easy.
So that'd be like 3.5 hours for me, probably. I think you're faster than me.
If it takes you 3.5 hours to get to Valdosta, you shouldn't be on the road. You should be in Canada.
By the way, there was a Canadian story this morning. A beaver looking for a place to build a dam, I guess. Was walking through a cow field, and the cows started following the beaver. And every once in a while, the beaver, and there's a video, it's very funny, and the beaver would look over his shoulder like, "Hello, would you stop following me?" and every time the beaver would stop and look over his shoulder, the cows would all just stop. And then the beaver would get on his way, and they'd be following him, and then he'd turn around and say, "What? Hello? Can you please stop following me? This is creepy."
How funny is
You
that?
got to see this video. It's very funny.
How funny is that?
And it was in Canada, just so you know.
Wow, that's funny.
They're probably looking for more.
Oh, and you have to listen to the audio because the person taking the video is just cracking up. It's the funniest thing this person's ever seen. So.
I bet. It would be the funniest thing I've ever seen.
It is funny. All right. How is the blood supply today?
We're okay. We still in that space where we just need O's and we need B negative. So just get out there, give the gift of life, and donate blood. Please.
So I wanted to take the fact that you talk about blood all the time and combine it with the profession you're in, which is really the health profession. I mean, you are part of this big, gigantic profession of people, group of professional people, I'll be able to speak one day, that basically is all about human health. It's all about our health, correct?
Correct.
So why do we eat all this crap? When we want to be healthy, we want to be healthy, we eat crap. Okay, so this actually did not start with me looking up Earth Fair facts. Okay, but yesterday we had this really cute girl in here, and she was talking about Earth Fair. And whenever there's a cute girl involved, I get interested, Galen.
Yep.
But anyways,
well, I'm proud that Earth Fair's in there. They were sponsors of our kids' marathon this year.
Oh, good.
So,
good.
I think I met the cute girl that you're speaking about.
Oh, really? What was her name?
Yeah, I'm
again?
excited we have an organic alternative here in town.
Yes. But here's where the rabbit hole really started. It went to Earth Fair, but it didn't start there. It started with a photograph, an old photograph from like the 1940s. And the photograph shows these two young girls getting like an ice cream sundae or something. And the sign, there's a handwritten sign at this ice cream parlor, and it says ice cream sundaes 10,000 calories. Like they're advertising it like it's a good thing to have 10,000 calories. Right? Okay. So if you read the article that accompanies
I'm sure
it,
that was Photoshopped.
what?
I don't. Pretty sure that was Photoshopped.
That is not photoshopped. No, it's not. Let me explain what it is, because there's an article that goes with the picture. Two things contribute to this. The first thing is, I'm going to read it so I don't get it wrong. A calorie is a unit that is used to measure energy. We know that. The calorie you see on a food package is actually a kilocalorie or 1,000 calories.
Oh.
Okay?
A kilocalorie.
Yeah, when you see 100 calories on something, the truth is it's 100 kilocalories.
Wow. Didn't know that.
A calorie is actually a kilocalorie. So 100 calories is actually 100,000 kilocalories. But they take away 3 zeros and it says 100. So that's what we call a calorie. So if you take away 3 zeros from this thing, it says 100 calories, right?
Yes.
10,000 has what? 4 zeros. So
Yeah,
it's really
it does.
100 calories. So they were actually saying it was a 100. By today's standards, it was a 100 calorie. Okay? Okay.
Wow.
The other part of this is because the chances are that an ice cream sundae had only 100 calories is probably wrong too. And the answer to that is because in the old days, the way they figured out calories was to burn the food in a container, in an apparatus. Here we go.
Okay.
Surrounded by water. The food was completely burned, and the resulting rise in water temperature was measured, and that's how they figured out calories back in the old days.
Oh, how interesting.
Which was not a real accurate science by today's standards.
Yeah, but it was somebody was curious and they actually figured it out.
Right.
How smart.
Right. So two things. First of all, that's 100 calories by today's standards. The second part is chances are it was more like 300 or 400 calories because it wasn't an exact science.
Right.
So there you go.
That's fascinating.
Isn't that interesting, Galen?
Well, there's no way an ice cream sundae is under 300 calories. But yeah, I mean it is. I didn't. I thought the calorie was a newer term. I know it means heat, right? Something like Latin for heat or something like that. So.
I don't know what it means, but I'm reading here the definition of what a calorie is. A calorie is actually a kilocalorie. So when you see 100, it's actually 100,000.
That is awesome. That's so interesting.
Never knew that. All right.
I didn't either.
A McDonald's hot fudge sundae by today's way of looking at calories. A McDonald's hot fudge sundae is 333 calories. You know that's a very small ice cream.
Yeah, but it's very good.
Yeah, that thing's tiny. Yeah.
It's 333.
I think they taste horrible.
but the girls in this picture, obviously theirs is way bigger. Huh?
Yeah, but they're $1.
They're $1. The girls in this picture have like a big, gigantic sundae, so theirs probably was maybe close to 1,000.
And they probably had the real ice cream with the milk and the cream and all that stuff in there.
A large Sonic chocolate shake is 1,410 calories.
Right.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So you put the sprinkles on it, everything else, then it goes up another 500 calories.
Right. All right. So, if you go to Burger King and you actually their website and look at the ingredients in the Burger King strawberry milkshake, there is no mention of strawberries.
Oh my gosh.
There's
artificial?
There's no mention of milk.
Does that shock you guys?
Does it shock me? No, not really. No.
I mean, have you seen what, they put the shakes, they put them in those bags, right? They're these big plastic bags, and they just put that whole bag inside the shake container. It's not like they're putting in real ingredients into that shake container pour out the shake. I mean, and those things are kept at room temperature until they're put into that machine. So
I'm just going to read some of the ingredients in a Burger King strawberry shake: amyl acetate, amyl butyrate, whatever, amyl valerate. It goes on. You get the point. There's all these odd words.
Not real food.
So at the Earth Fair, now this brings us to Earth Fair.
Yes.
If you go to their store today, on the floor or on the sidewalk, there's a big old poster that you look down at and you see the boot list. Have you heard about the boot list, Galen?
Yes.
The boot list, for those who don't know, is all of the ingredients that they kicked out of the store that you will never find in any of their products.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not going to read the ones that have scientific names. I'm just going to read the ones I can understand. You will never find artificial flavors, preservatives, or sweeteners. There are 127 things on this list.
So all the name brands that you're used to buying probably won't be at Earth Fair.
Right. Probably not.
It's their own brand.
Non-GMO. It's all organic. Yeah.
You will never find.
It's tough to find a box of cereal in that place.
Well, I'm looking forward to going there.
Find a Coke. You won't find, that's potato chips that are full of some of those things.
You won't find chicken of the sea tuna either.
You maybe not. Oh, I'm looking forward to going.
Oh, you'll find tuna fish. You'll find tuna fish, but it'll be tuna.
Yeah.
And you may have things like in there. You may have mayonnaise. I mean, mayonnaise is a natural product that is made from natural.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to it.
You'll find tuna fish. It's just it's a lot more organic, and there's fewer ingredients.
Yeah, we saw them putting tuna fish on the shelves on the Starbound video that Doug Engel did. So.
Yeah, good job, Doug Engel. Good job.
So anyway, you will never find any high fructose corn syrup.
Yep.
You will never find any artificial colors. You will never find any lead soldered cans. Lead soldered cans.
Yeah.
You will never find any margarine. No margarine at all.
All butter?
Margarine's a iffy product.
You will never find Cool Whip.
It's just hard, whipped up. I mean, you ever see Cool Whip that's been sitting out for a while?
No.
I don't. I throw it away.
No, but it came up in an article. If you put actual whipped cream out on the table, it'll turn to liquid in a few minutes. If you put Cool Whip out on the table, it'll still be Cool Whip in 20 days.
Yeah.
I am not making that up.
I believe
am not making that up. All right, let me go to the phone. Somebody's waiting patiently. Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, good morning. There have been variations of that picture of the girls in the ice cream parlor, going back to when Norman Rockwell did the covers on Saturday Evening Post.
Okay. So, but the actual photo shows 10,000 calories on the sign.
Yeah. The difference between a calorie and a kilocalorie has to do with whether you have 1 gram of water being heated or 1,000 grams of water being heated. The old way that we used to measure calories.
Okay, but it doesn't change anything. It doesn't change the kilocalorie. Is actually
a kilocalorie is defined as the heat necessary to raise 1,000 grams of water 1 degree Celsius.
Okay, right, exactly. That's what it says. But that doesn't change the fact that a 300-calorie ice cream, for example, is actually 300,000 calories based on the old word.
Yeah, because that involved 1 gram of water. The small C calorie involved heating 1 gram of water, and the large C calorie, the so-called kilocalorie, involved 1,000 grams of water.
Yeah, and I was only bringing it up to explain the 10,000 calorie sign. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all I was doing it for.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Jim. Appreciate the
All
science.
right, have a good day.
Yeah. So anyway, it's still the same. It still shows 10,000 calories because they were using the old. At least according to the explanation. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, the old method of doing it, the beginning method.
Plus, it wasn't an exact science.
Yeah, everything evolved.
Which, if you said that was a 100-calorie ice cream, and the girls are saying, "Oh, well, then I can eat it," well, they're being duped because it's probably 1,000-calorie ice cream, right? But based on today's word for calorie, does that make sense to anybody?
Yes, it does.
Sure. All right. So here's another one. 2 years ago, this is a guy who wrote this. 2 years ago, I did a 12-day Cool Whip experiment. Okay, 12 days. 12-day Cool Whip experiment to demonstrate to my daughter the impact of chemicals on food. Anyway, long story short, the 12 days later, it still looked exactly the same as it did when he started.
Yeah.
So, anyway, anything that says potassium benzoate, potassium bisulfate, all these things are not in the food over there at the new store. Cottonseed oil is not in anything. Cottonseed oil.
Gosh, now that's natural. Cotton
a
seeds.
product.
Huh?
I mean, it sounds like, this would be really good, but it's a derivative of several products.
Oh.
Trans fats are not in any of their food. I don't even know how to say this. Sodium aluminum sulfate. What is that, in deodorant? Soda? Aluminum?
Keeps you from sweating. That's what's in the antiperspirant.
Yeah, they say that causes cancer.
Yeah. Yep. That's what they say.
I think I'd rather, you don't want to stink.
Galen, can you talk to me a little bit about this guy who killed himself this morning? Do you know who I'm talking about?
Oh, Aaron Hernandez?
Yeah.
Former Florida Gator.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Who played for the New England Patriots and killed a guy, and apparently the rumor is that he killed himself because it came out that he was gay, which is he killed the guy because he was gay.
Oh.
So, and what's crazy is last week he was acquitted of a double murder.
Right.
So, yeah, he's just I think we're spending too much time on a guy who's not worth spending any time on.
Oh, okay.
He was a piece of crap in college. He's a piece of crap now. Now he's dead. So
That's good.
Well, I had no opinion other than the facts that he had been found guilty of killing somebody, acquitted of killing somebody else, and that he killed himself this morning.
yeah, double murder.
That's all I knew.
Yeah, he hung himself with a sheet. So,
Well, I don't.
and the guy, his lawyer is the same guy who got off Casey Anthony.
Oh.
So, Diaz, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't
That's a
remember
piece
his
of
name,
garbage.
but anybody that kills somebody, I've got no respect for. They need to disappear from the planet
Good morning. You're on the air.
permanently.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Cottonseed oil has been marketed these many years under the trade name of Crisco.
Really?
Oh my!
Just in case you didn't know.
I did not know that. Oh, really?
I love using Crisco.
I love Crisco. All right, thank you.
Yeah, we used to call certain girls from the back Crisco, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
Crisco from the back.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay.
You're surprised sometimes with things you hear from people.
I know, but I love real life. It's the best.
Let's see, what did I never called girls any food products. Did you, Galen? Do you know what I think of?
Shake.
There you go.
Do you know what I think of with Crisco? When you used to make cakes, Robin, wasn't the frosting basically Crisco and
Yes,
sugar?
it was. Yep.
Just
Crisco and sugar
Crisco and sugar.
and meringue powder. Yeah.
I know it sounds horrible now, right? But it was pretty good.
Yeah, it's very good stuff.
Oh, I'm sure, Crisco tastes fine. It's hard.
Crisco, powdered sugar, and meringue powder.
Oh, man.
Whip it up.
All right, let's take a little
I
break.
wonder why America's fat.
I know. Well, see, here's the thing about a store like Earth Fare. I don't want to just pick on Earth Fare because I know other stores have healthy food choices too. But if you pay a little more, but you're healthier as a result, isn't that worth it? Isn't it worth the extra money?
The assumption is that it's more, but it's not necessarily more. It doesn't cost any more to eat healthy because, in theory, it takes less food to have a healthy diet than it does if you're eating junk.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's a misnomer. The problem is that it's not quick. It's not easy to eat healthy because there's nothing really quick about it. You can't just go grab a burger and a shake from Burger King if you're going to eat healthy. You have to make the salad. You have to, make your vegetables, prepare it properly, and not using Crisco, and that takes a little more time and a little.
Well, except for the fact that they do have restaurants that specialize in this kind of cooking, so you could go to that restaurant. Right. Isn't there a diner over?
That's when you get into more. You're going to get more expensive at that point. But most people who eat out regularly are usually healthier because most restaurants actually cook healthier than you would at home because you're not eating something really quick. You're not eating something frozen that's filled with preservatives and ingredients that you do not know.
Well, I don't know how long it's been since you had no choice but to buy ramen noodles.
Yeah.
But when that's really all you can afford, you're obviously not eating healthy. And it really does cost more to eat healthy in those circumstances.
That's a different issue. I mean, you're when you're at that point in your life, and I have been at that point in my life, you're dealing with much bigger issues. That you're typically younger, or So
or working in radio.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, you could also, if you look at that, you could also eat peanut butter, or you could do some other ramen noodles.
Right, absolutely.
You read the ingredients of ramen noodles. It's empty calories. It's not really going to fill you up. It's not going to. It's something in your stomach, but it's not going to actually fill you up. That's what I'm saying.
Right. My intent in what I'm about to say is not to disagree with you, because everything you say I do agree with, but I wanted to point out some exceptions to what you said. For example, lettuce versus organic lettuce. Mm-hmm. The price is almost double for organic lettuce.
Horrible.
Those in the know say organic lettuce is healthier for you. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, and I know you don't like iceberg lettuce at all, but if that's what you want, and you pay more for it, then you do pay more for it. Period. I mean, you're spending more. You're spending more.
I'm not sure that organic lettuce is any better than just regular lettuce.
No, you're not sure. No, you're not sure.
I know that.
Some people.
I've never. I don't even buy let's say spinach. I'll buy the regular spinach, and my wife will buy the organic. It tastes exactly the same, and you can't tell me what the difference is. And neither can the people who grow it, other than they get that organic symbol and they go through that extra step, which is why it costs.
And they're making more money. They're making twice as much.
Well, and it costs them more because they have this added pressure of being inspected for organic. But again, when it gets to the table, there's no difference in the actual food item.
Okay, now that's your opinion. That is not what everybody believes, though.
I've spoken to, I'll give you an example. So I was at this hospital conference, and they had one of these people who focuses on foods, because nutrition is a huge part of healthcare now. And so they were talking about how, the society is becoming organic, crazy. And he used the example of spinach and compared an organic brand of spinach and a non-organic spinach, and it was grown exactly the same, treated exactly the same, except for one grower became organic certified, which cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, and the other one didn't, which is why one had to charge more than the other, just for that certification. But the growth and how it was handled and how it was done is exactly the same with these two brands.
A real quick search. Organic lettuce has a higher amount of chlorophyll in it than non-organic. If chlorophyll is good for you, then I guess it's better for you. I don't know. I'm just telling you that if it's an opinion, I don't know. I don't know the scientific actual answer to it, but I know that we've had guests on who have written books about these things, who say organic is better across the board.
I understand that's this. I'm just telling you what this scientist said. This nutritionist, but a PhD. So, and again, that's the problem.
We've had them too.
Everything is an opinion.
We've had them too.
Yeah.
We've had those who say there's no benefit to organic food over non-organic food, but there is a benefit to. We've had people on who said canned spinach is better than raw spinach. We've had them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because of the way it's flashed. If you're going to cook it at home, you don't flash it. It doesn't seal in the stuff. Yeah, I mean, that's an old belief.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning. I'm going to say that organic...
Say it again? Oh, boy, you're breaking up really bad. All he heard is the... Can you say it again? Oh my gosh! Whatever she was saying, I promise I didn't cut anybody off. That was just a bad connection right there.
Maybe that's her calling back.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Sorry, Larry. I'll try it again. Is that better?
That's much better. Yeah.
All right. I'll say organic foods do cost more, and obviously the reason, as Galen pointed out, they have more hoops to jump for, and those hoops are financial hoops. But you can get your certified organic seeds from any store and grow your own, and how it's grown.
There you go. That makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, kale. I had kale for supper. I knew where it came from. I knew what's in it. More importantly, I know what's not in it.
That's the best point ever. Yeah.
And that's we've been going to Earth Fair in Gainesville for over a year. Their prices are on the high side, but if you shift the sales, you can afford to eat healthy.
All right, that'll have to be the final word. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Bye.
I think that was Kathy. I'm not sure. Galen, where's the Bloodmobile today? We got 10 seconds.
We are closed to the public today.
Oh.
Close to the public!
Okay.
All right.
But the blood center's open at 1607 East Silver Spring Boulevard.
Donate blood.
Bye.
Thank you, Palm Garden. Thank you, Penn Flooring. Thank you, Galen. We'll talk
You're welcome.
tomorrow.
Bye, all.
All right, bye.
Star Aaron Hernandez found dead in his prison cell.
The Department of Corrections says Hernandez hanged himself with a bed sheet in his cell and was found about 3 o'clock this morning. A statement says the former New England Patriot had also attempted to block his door from the inside by jamming it with various items.
Fox Radio's Tanya J. Powers, this coming just days after he was acquitted of double murder.
However, he was already serving a life without parole sentence for murdering Odin Lloyd in 2013. State police are investigating his death, and his family has been notified.
In the closely watched vote in Georgia's 6th congressional district, Democrat John Ossoff narrowly missing an outright win in the Georgia state race. And we're learning more about how Facebook killing suspect Steve Stevens was caught. Apparently, a drive-through attendant at a McDonald's outside Erie, Pennsylvania recognized him and called 911. Fox News, we report, you decide.
On the next episode of Recipes for Disaster.
So we've got our neighbor Paul coming over tonight for a barbecue, which is why I prepared a delicious lemon rosemary steak marinade from my special collection of old family recipes. To make sure the steaks are extra tender, I left them marinating out on the counter overnight, just like Nana used to.
Maria may mean well, but without food safety, it never ends well. Always thaw or marinate foods in the refrigerator at 40 degrees Fahrenheit or below, or you could make your friends and family really sick. Maria's neighbor Paul didn't think twice about the steak he ate until he was presenting his company's financial forecast to the board. That's when a sudden bout of food poisoning made it explicitly clear that profits weren't the only thing on the rise. Watch Recipes for Disaster at foodsafety.gov. You'll learn the right steps as Maria does everything wrong. Brought to you by the USDA, HHS, and the Ad Council.
I'm Jan Marino from Palm Garden of Ocala, and I'd like to tell you about the Palm Garden Way. We promote individual care, of course, but we also encourage GEMS. That's going the extra mile, and these are thoughtful individual gifts that make each guest stay special. A gem could be a daily latte or a new book or something else that means a lot to our guest. To find out more about the Palm Garden Way, take a tour, located on the corner of 27th Avenue and 34th Street in Ocala.
What you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
And small dogs, they can be aggressive. Have you seen this? The dog most likely to bite other dogs, strangers, or even their vet, it's the dachshund. Our eyes should never have to tilt more than 10 degrees to read something. Otherwise, we're more likely to crane our neck up or down, which raises our risk for neck and back aches. People living near a Target store have homes that have increased in value by 5 to 8% more than the national average.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Hi, this is Vanessa Lane Jennings with the Jennings Law Firm, located here in beautiful Ocala. Join me every single Friday at 10:30 for Legal Lane. We'll be discussing various legal topics such as family law, criminal law, contracts, and much more. So this is your chance to call in with your legal questions and have them answered. That's every Friday, 10:30, right here, WOCA The Source.
Veterans are the foundation upon which our freedom is built. Listen to The Source, WOCA, each Thursday at 9 a.m. to Veterans News with Hank Whittier from Vets Helping Vets. You'll hear tributes, information on veterans issues, and stories that will make you laugh, cry, and feel proud. Veterans News always focuses on the military, past and present, and on our first responders. Veterans News is brought to you each week by Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens and Nursery, keeping you blooming since 1952. Robin, how do you like my design?
You're designing a box?
That's not a box. It's a doghouse.
Rough draft for your rough? Sounds like you need personal service.
I do?
Yes, to print the blueprints. See Mark at the Personal Service Center. He can print blueprints, notarize permit applications, print and mail out invoices, and even provide great-looking business cards.
Personal Service Center. That's the one on the corner of Northeast 25th Avenue and 24th Street, right?
Just look for the yellow signs. Your Pedigree Palace will be a reality in no time.
Howdy folks, RL here for Dairy Queen Silver Springs. It's a new year full of good stuff and good food, so come on down to DQ at Silver Springs and start it off right, because we've got things for your heart's delight. Chicken strips and pepper gravy and slaw or chili dogs, oh so savory. Codfish and grilled burgers too, made to order just for you. Creamy and frosty, blizzards and shakes, and all kinds of flavors for goodness sakes. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Next Generation MD is the future of healthcare now. Listen in the first and third Thursday at 10 a.m. to learn how the future in PRP treatments are here in our area. Find out the many ways that Dr. Juan Jordan, MD, Charles Brooks, NP, and case manager Mark Shaw have brought the family medicine practice to a new level. Hear from the very people that benefit from the fine work they have done in this field. Next Generation MD, every first and third Thursday at 10 a.m. here on WOCA 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
WOCA gets results.
Hi, this is Leah Caruso with Strive Physical Therapy Centers. One of the things that Strive does is we try to track how people learn about us and what they hear in the community about us. So that's one of our questions. And a lot of times they said they've heard us on the radio or they heard something on the radio that really touched them or a member of their family. WOCA has been extremely helpful in Strive's goals to educate the community.
WOCA gets results.
That was the sound of a tree falling. It could be your tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll have it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 572-2510. That's 572-2510.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
Come on.